afternoon, amazing humans. Dr. Cashen here, driving with Dr. Cashen. I hope everyone has had a wonderful day. It is Friday. I hope you've had a wonderful week, actually. And last week was Turkey Day. I hope you enjoyed Thanksgiving with your family. I had a blast. I stayed on my feet from like 8 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon. Man, they were hurting too, but it was fun. I enjoy cooking for my kids, and I just can't say that I like standing that long, but I do enjoy cooking for my kids. And when it's Thanksgiving, you're cooking a whole bunch of food. So it's kind of an unspoken, right? It's unspoken. You just have to weather through the storm, get through it. But it was wonderful. It was wonderful. So today on my drive, what am I doing? Normally I do my driving with Dr. Cashen's in the morning on my way to work, but I am obviously not at work, right? I am actually driving to a conference this weekend, and I'm super pumped about it, and I'm excited. I like to learn new things. I'm excited to learn new things. I'm excited to be able to take information and help people. It's just truly, you can probably tell from my face. I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. I'm excited. But what can we talk about that is motivational? Well, one thing that we can talk about that's motivational is I've been listening to the series called 100 Ways to Stay Motivated. It's interesting. When I say it's interesting, I mean that in a good way. It is very interesting. But it's the different things that, that you tell yourself that you don't realize what you're saying to yourself. Everybody has heard about positive affirmations. No, I don't know. That's not going to work. Anyway, everybody's heard about positive affirmations, but we don't think about it when it comes to like us, what we say to ourselves. So now that I've been in listening to the series, and I'm paying more attention to the things that not only I say to myself, but that other people say to themselves, I'm picking up on it more. Like, I feel like we don't realize that we're doing it. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh man, we just said something negative to ourselves. So I don't know if you've ever done this. I do it a lot. I am now in the process of stopping that and retraining my brain not to do it. But let's say I multitask a lot. And when I do that, sometimes I lose sight of what I was originally doing, and it either is half done or not done. And then I find out later, I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't send that, or I didn't do that, or I put this in the wrong column, those types of things. And one of the things that I do, me specifically, is I'll say to myself, I'll be like, come on, Silvermoon, you're an idiot. Like, that's honestly what I say. So after listening to how much, we degrade ourselves in what we say, I'm starting to catch on to it. So like this week, I had an incident. I say incident, but one of those, oh my gosh, moments that, and I said to myself, I'm like, come on, Silver Moon. But then I caught myself, and I didn't say, you're such an idiot. I didn't say that to myself. What I said was, You need to get it together. You're better than this. So I changed the wording. I did feel better about it. Not that I felt bad when I call myself an idiot. It's just me doing it, but you don't realize the effect. And that is what the motivational um, speakers of the that's what they're trying to tell you. Like, you don't realize what you're doing to yourself. You don't even think about it when you say it. So you have to get more everything positive affirmations. You need to be more positive with yourself, even if you make a mistake. Success is built upon failure 10 times over again. The only difference is the person that's successful didn't stop when they failed. They never gave up. That's the difference. But so there's going to be moments, and especially with me, when I have 50 things literally going on at one time and I'm doing 50 things, sometimes things can get lost in the shuffle and they don't get completed. And that's not because I don't know how to complete them. That's just because I got sidetracked or focused more on this or that, or just simply forgot about it. And so it didn't get done. It has nothing to do with anything else. It's more like time management instead of, multitasking is good, but some people multitask too much, and I am one of those people. Honestly. Um, and I have to be better at this. I am listening to another segment. I'm trying to remember the name, and I honestly can't at the moment remember the name, but um, it's not called time management, but it has to do with time management. And one of the things that is being spoken about, Grant Cardone actually does it, and one of the things that he talks about is just, break your time down into 15-minute increments, and just do one thing for 15 minutes. So I have not started doing that, but I like the concept, because then you're not multitasking and you're not doing 50 million things at one time, and your focus is solely on that one thing. My issue would be, could I really focus on something for 15 minutes when I know it's going to take me 30 to complete? Does that make sense? Like, I'm allowing myself 15 minutes to focus solely on it, but I know that it's going to take me at least 30 to complete it, so I'm going to have to stop in the middle of it. And that is what I don't like to do. Um, and also you know, what hinders my ability to complete every task at 100%, right? Sometimes you get 100% and sometimes you get 80. I don't think I fall below 80, but 80 still isn't good. It should be 92 or something. But it doesn't matter as long as it gets done. It's not anything major I don't multitask on. So obviously it's not a major issue. It can be corrected. An addendum can be sent. It's not that big of a deal. But just some things I'm working on. Trying to think what else. Oh, I went to dinner with my sissy last night, and we had a great time. I built a landing page for her business, and she was super excited about it, and she really loves it. So that makes my heart happy. And what else? Back to the 100 ways to stay motivated. So in that segment, there was this one chapter, I guess is what it's called, but this one chapter about people not believing in you, and saying, like, you can't accomplish something, or whatever the case may be. what people may say may be different. And one of the things that I truly believe after listening to that is I believe as society we're very cautious about everything we do. And I'm not saying that's a wrong thing. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is a lot of times when we're speaking to people, our friends, our family, maybe even our children or our parents, it it doesn't matter who you're speaking to, but when someone says to you, um, like they have a dream, we automatically go into this caution, or they say they want to do something, right? They have a goal, they want to do it. And we go into this cautionary mode, and then we start asking all these questions, right? Like, are you sure? Or, do you think you can do that, or this or that? And I think what happens is, and I say I think because I don't really know, and it's not like I did a study on it or anything, but I think that what happens is we unintentionally talk people out of their dreams by our cautionary mindset in the way we ask questions. So it's like we have to be careful about that because we're not doing it intentionally. We are just asking questions to, um, ensure that they're sure, right? That they're 100% confident. Um, but then in the long run, we with the questions that we ask, the way we ask the questions, we start putting doubt in their mind, and then they don't accomplish their goal or their dream that they talk to us about, which is it's again it's amazing, 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 amazing how um, people we just don't realize it's not intentional. um, it comes from good intentions, but it ends up being something totally different. um, So we have to be careful about that, right? Like if somebody is coming to you, like if my children come to me and they have this dream, I need to be careful how I word what I word because, and I need to look at it from this perspective. If what I say, if what I say, could what I say bring doubt? Because remember, communication is 90% of what you say and 10% of how the other person receives it, right? How they translate what you say, which is why I really don't like text and email because there's no, I feel like texts and emails are read from a perspective of how the person is feeling at that moment, how the person receiving the message is feeling at that moment. So um, they're just impersonal, which is why I don't really like them. But hey, it's technology and we're going to use it and it's not going away. So we have to embrace it and we just have to be a little better at um, communicating things that don't trigger, right? And with that said, whenever we're speaking to someone, the trigger word needs to be doubt. Like we need to ask ourselves, if I ask this question, is it going to put doubt in their mind? And if it does, we need to figure out a way to reword the question because we don't want to put doubt in someone's mind, especially if they have a dream or a goal. We don't. I don't. I don't. I want people to achieve their dreams and achieve their goals, and I want them to be happy and fired up about it. I don't want them out there like, oh, I had a conversation with Silverman and she asked me this question, so now I'm wondering, am I whatever? Question mark? No, don't want that conversation. So, just some learning tools I'm passing on. I'm practicing myself, but I'm passing them on to you. And then in that same concept, there are just people out there that are just like, you will never achieve this and whatever. And I say best, let your haters be your motivators because what inspires you to do what you are doing or trying to achieve, um, that can just be a building block to that. And then once you achieve it, you can look back at it and be like, I made it. I'm not saying it's not going to hurt. I've had my own experience with that, especially growing up. People that I looked up to were just, I was stuck in this preconceived, this is where you're from. This is how you were raised. This is your life. And when I was like, no, I want to be different, it was like, you can't be different. You can try, but you won't achieve. And that, motivated me so much because I was like, I'm different. I can do this. I can do this. But you have to believe in yourself, right? In order to overcome those strong opinions. And when I say strong opinions, I mean from people who we cherish and we look up to and we love, maybe, like, it depends on who the person is, but like it's a strong influence in our life, and we have to be 100% confident in our ability to overcome those strong emotions. But trying to think, I don't really have what else can we talk about? Well, I'm heading to the conference and I'm on 95, and this traffic is horrible, like horrible. Um, but that's not going to motivate you, is it? No, it's not. It's not. It's just me complaining. It's me complaining. It's okay. It's all right. But I guess if I have to leave you with something, which I have to leave you with something always, I have to always leave you with something. What I would like you to do today is to think about a couple ways that can motivate you. So when I say that motivate you, I truly want you to think to yourself, like, what would motivate me? One action, two action words, but just, one each. So the two things are one action word that motivates you. So is it um, listening to a specific podcast, or listening to, or you know what, I say one action word, but it could be more. What if it's a movie, right? What if there's a documentary that motivates you to do what you were trying to do? So whatever the case may be, write two things down that motivate you, and over the weekend, um, keep looking at those, so you remain motivated throughout the weekend. And then, of course, the other thing is watch your self affirmations, right? You need to always be positive to yourself, and stop calling yourself names. We're not allowed to do that anymore. It's a good thing though, but we're not allowed. Like, we do it to, be funny, or whatever. To be honest with you, I talk to myself. Some of you guys might relate, or ladies, you might relate. But I do talk to myself, and I say it to myself. Like, that's just how I am. So we have to be nicer to ourselves. All right. And we need to we give to other people. We need to give to ourselves as well. All right. So that's what I'm leaving you with today. Stay motivated. Two things that keep you motivated, and be nice to yourself. Start paying attention to what you say to yourself, whether it's in your mind, if you say it out loud, whatever, however you do it. It doesn't matter. If you think it, speak it, whatever. Be nice to yourself. All right. And then I'm pretty sure I'll have lots of things to talk about next week once I leave my conference, because I feel like I'm going to have a lot of things to talk about. So we will do that. In the meantime, Dr. Cashen signing off. Be the change and love yourself. Love you. Bye.